Hi everybody, Matt Fryer. Welcome down to the gorgeous Formby Ladies Golf Club, and today we're going to be looking at irons and how you can hit them better. Before we get into that, guys, if you are new around here, think about hitting that subscribe button down below. There's content every week aimed to helping you become better golfers. And like I said, this week's video is all about helping you hit better iron shots. So one of the most common things I see when people come in for lessons is they're looking for consistency. Tends to be, well, what consistency is it that you're looking for? And the one thing that comes to probably the top of the list each time is a strike, a consistent strike. And what we mean by that with an iron is something where we are getting ball then turf, instead of the one which I tend to hear a lot of, which is turf then ball, or even no turf and then just clipping the top of the ball or the equator of it and seeing those shots that run out quite low and feel quite tingly up the fingers sometimes. So today's video, I'm going to share something with you that I did with one of my lessons, Mitchell, the other day, to help him get a good feeling of where we want to be at impact, and then also what we were doing to help him get through into this better, more consistent strike. Now, if I just take this alignment cane here and I just pop that down in the middle of my setup here, and we think now that my chest is directly over this alignment cane. One of the common faults I tend to see when people are getting this strike, where it is most likely ground before it's for the right-handed golfer hitting behind the right-hand side of the cane, is something as you're coming down from the backswing into the downswing, what we get the idea of is, well, I need to help the golf ball up. So already now you can see I'm moving behind this cane, and what that leads to is me impacting the ground a little bit early, unless I do something else to try and stop me from impacting the ground, i.e. lifting my arms up and breaking the arm structure here, which can lead to that top or thin. And then sometimes I actually manage to just get it perfectly right and hit a good shot and think, oh, well, I must have done something totally different there, which was actually the reality wasn't. You just managed to match everything up at the right time. So if we can get rid of this feeling of coming behind it and trying to help the golf ball up into the air, we should see that we get a more consistent strike. So what we started to do with Mitchell was asked him to take his setup and then try and show me what an actual good impact position would look like. And if I demonstrated it to him straight away, he could see what I was going for and what we were working towards, and then he was able to copy me and get into that good position. So what we were looking for, and this was just with like 8s and 9 irons we were going for, was something where we build a good setup. Again, the middle of the body was just right over the top of the cane, and then really slowly we were coming down to this impact position, and he was able to marry up the feelings and those positions of a good impact position. And as we can see there now, I'm more over to the left-hand side of the cane. I've got my hands in front of the cane while the club edge trailing behind. My left leg's got a lot straighter. My right knee is working towards my left knee, and I would just impact where the cane is and then let the club bottom out afterwards. So what we did was went through a couple of minutes of actually just putting him into this position, as opposed to the here straight away. I can feel a lot of weight in my right thigh now, not really any pressure in my left foot. I can feel my arms starting to buckle, don't feel any tension in my left side, as opposed to the good impact position. I feel a nice stretchy tension in my left arm, my left leg feels nice and straight and stretched now, and I can see that this would be a great impact position. So we went through a couple of minutes of that, just trying to get those feelings. Then what we did was now move the cane in, and we put that over the left foot. And the idea was, once we got into the good position, we were trying to turn the rest of the body now to sit on top of the cane here. So as you can see, my glutes, my chest, my stomach, my shoulders are all over onto the top of the cane now. So once I'd got aware of the impact feeling, I then carried on moving and got into an even better position. So we again went through a couple of minutes of that, trying to get that feeling. And then once we were comfortable with those feelings, it was a case now of just starting to hit some off. And as he was doing it, it was only 60% swing speed. And again, just having a little rehearsal before he'd hit one. So he'd take his setup, rehearse the impact, through into the follow through, see it nice and balanced and tall. And then we get into hitting one, where I just try and memorize those feelings and put them in. And they're real crisp, connection for me, really solid strike. I can see here now where my divot is, if you can make it out on the camera. If I popped another ball in, my divot is totally after the golf ball and it's nice and shallow instead of the one where I'd lean behind, bury the club in and take a nice big foot-long piece of turf. I've just taken a slither of this turf here. So firstly, it was the feeling of impact, then it was turning over to the cane and getting extended. So if I just went through that once more for you guys, and what we'll do is change to a different angle down the line now so you can see the finishing position. So as I've taken my setup, as I finish this shot, you should see me fully extended out towards my target after seeing a nice crisp golf shot. So I rehearse the impact, then go through into my follow through. Then I get in, just memorizing those feelings. And again, a nice crisp, clean follow through. Maybe a tiny bit skinny, it's nearly gone in, but it's actually really nice contact down at the ball. So two real simple feelings that you can try and implement into your iron swings to help you see you hit better iron shots. Guys, thanks for watching this video. Give that thumbs up a click if you think it's going to help you strike better iron shots. Also, like I said earlier, consider becoming a subscriber to the channel. Loads of content to help you improve your game throughout this year. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next week with another one.